Ranjan and you are watching Ritam. When people turn to the courts, they do so with the belief that justice will be served. But in a shocking and utterly disheartening verdict, a Kolkata court has let down the every essence of justice by sentencing Sanjay Roy, the convict in the gruesome rape and murder of a 34-year-old doctor at RJ Medical College and Hospital, to mere life imprisonment. Justice Anirban Das declared the case was not rarest of the rare, a justification that feels like a slap in the face of the victim, her grieving family, and the people of India who demanded justice for this heinous crime. This decision is nothing short of an insult to humanity. The autopsy report revealed the unspeakable brutality inflicted upon the victim, sparking nationwide outrage. Yet, instead of delivering a punishment that matches the severity of this barbaric act, the court has effectively shown a leniency to the perpetrator. By claiming that this case does not fall into the rarest of rare category, Justice Das has diminished the gravity of this monstrous crime, disregarding the victim's pain, the family's cries for justice, and the nation's collective demand for accountability. After a 5-month trial, there was widespread expectation that the accused would face the death penalty. Instead, the court's verdict has left the public feeling betrayed. The very system we trust to safeguard justice has turned into a traitor, showing sympathy for a criminal who committed one of the most horrific acts in India's history. To add insult to injury, the court directed the West Bengal government to pay 17 lakh rupees to the victim's parents. The victim's grieving parents, who stood in the courtroom with folded hands, made it clear that they wanted justice, not money. The judge, however, brushed aside their anguish, stating that the compensation was mandated by law. Can money ever compensate for the loss of a life and the unimaginable trauma suffered by the family? The Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI), which took over the case from Kolkata police, had demanded the penalty, citing the brutal nature of the crime. Even the victim's counsel insisted this was a rarest of rare case. Yet the court, hiding behind Supreme Court's guidelines, choose to ignore these appeals. But what are these so-called guidelines that fail to deliver justice? Why are we, as citizens of India, forced to witness justice being delayed, diluted, and denied? This case, like many others, is now expected to drag on to the Kolkata High Court and eventually the Supreme Court. It will waste years, countless resources, and test the patience of a family that has already suffered beyond imagination. Why can't Indian courts deliver justice swiftly and decisively? Look at the examples set by other countries. In Pakistan, 2 men who gang raped a woman in front of her children on a highway were swiftly sentenced to death. In Saudi Arabia, the courts have consistently handed out death sentences for rape and murder, ensuring such criminals face the harshest punishment possible. Italy has even legalized chemical castration for rapists, joining countries like Russia, Poland, and some US states that have implemented similar measures. Yet in India, where the National Crime Records Bureau reports 31,677 rapes annually, making it the 4th most common crime against women, we still hesitate to adopt the deterrent punishments. The Nirbhaya case, which dragged on for 8 agonizing years, should have been a turning point. Instead, we seem to be stuck in the same cycle of endless delays and watered down justice. The question India must answer is this: how many more lives must be shattered before we wake up? How long will the Indian judiciary hide behind outdated guidelines while criminals laugh at the systems, knowing they face little more than life imprisonment? This is a wake-up call for the government, the judiciary, and the people of this nation. We must demand tougher laws and faster trials for crimes as horrific as rape and murder. Justice delayed is justice denied. And in this case, justice has been denied. India cannot afford to stay silent. The time to act is now.